Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about picking biographies to read. Are you ready? Let's get started. In May of 2010, I wrote a blog post titled 5 Reasons to Read More Biographies. I'm a biography fan, and so I shared some reasons why people ought to read them. And then in November of 2016, Sam comments on that blog post and says, Kevin, do you have some advice on what kinds of biographies to pick, or who should I read about? Guess what? I've got advice. So I'm going to share it with you on this video. By the way, the link to that other post is up above my shoulder. Here's the thing. I got 4 things for you to think about if you want to help in thinking about which biographies or who to read about, okay? Now, before I go though, for the purists out there, I'm talking about biographies or autobiographies, for our purposes, one and the same, okay? So, who should you read about? Number 1, read about people you admire. In that original blog post, I talked about how we can read biographies as a way to have a mentor at a distance. I consider Abraham Lincoln to be one of my mentors. Clearly, I have gray hair, but I never met Abe, right? But I can learn a lot. We can all learn a lot from someone we admire by reading about their past, by reading about their struggles, by reading about their successes, by reading about their approaches. So, first of all, perhaps, I'd say read about people you admire. Second of all, read about people you haven't heard of. Now, in the last few months, I've read 2 or 3 biographies of people that previously I didn't know anything about, and they were extremely fascinating. So don't always just say, well, I want to read everything I can about this person or that person. Sometimes, pick up something about a person you don't know, or about a time in history that you don't know much about. One of them I read recently met both of those criteria. The third thing is read about people in your industry. If you want to progress in your industry, you want to read, you want to be a student of the luminaries, and you want to be a student of the history of your industry. Now, I'll put an asterisk by that one because I don't think you should limit yourself just to your industry. Like if all I read about were people that were in learning and development or even personal development and all of their histories, like I ought to know about Norman Vincent Peale and Dale Carnegie, people that would be in the lineage of the work that we do, and Peter Drucker, of course. I ought to read about those people, but if I only read those people, I'm not necessarily giving myself the full benefit that I could. So read about people in your industry, but don't only do that. And the last idea that I have for you is read about people who interest you. Like maybe you're just interested in Frank Sinatra, and that has nothing to do with your life or your work. Read Frank Sinatra. Maybe you're interested in Hamilton now because of, this little play that's been on Broadway. Like you may say, I have any real interest in Hamilton. I didn't have, but now I do. So in other words, you can cast a broad swath. What I'm really saying here, Sam, to note with no disrespect, is there's no right answer. Whatever biographies you read, you can find lessons in them. See, my original point about reading biographies is not only are they enjoyable, but we can learn from them. We can learn from those folks who've come before us. And I encourage you to do that. And since there's really no right answer here, because even when people have messed up, even if you're reading about someone that you don't respect, there's lessons there about what they've done, as well as perhaps what they've done that you don't want to follow. I hope this has been useful. Hope this gets you thinking about picking up the biography on your nightstand or getting on your favorite website or going to your favorite bookstore and buying one. Let me close with today's tweet. Biographies are a way to have mentors you will or could never meet. Well, clearly, you have enjoyed at least one of our videos, Remarkable TV, but there are lots of ways that you can be connected with us and continue to learn from the kinds of things that we share here, and that's to subscribe to our newsletter, Unleashing Your Remarkable Potential. You know that article that I mentioned earlier? It was originally published in that newsletter. So this link below will give you access to a free gift when you sign up and subscribe and join us on Unleashing Your Remarkable Potential. Your potential is remarkable. We're glad you're here. We hope that both that newsletter and this television show will be of help in helping you reach it. I look forward to talking to you on the next episode of Remarkable TV.